So what we're talking about today, we talked about this about a year ago, was NYC 311, the website that goes with the phone line. And I think if you are someone who is more comfortable doing the self-guided search for things than maybe calling 311, this can be really helpful to you. Also, it's just a good resource for a lot of different services and updated daily information. We are expecting some winter weather this weekend, and NYC 311 can be really helpful in alerting you about that and helping you be prepared. This is the NYC 311 logo. The website is the digital version of the city's 311 phone line, which you probably have had some experience with. It's sort of the clearinghouse for everything related to city services. So like the phone line, the website serves as a really great source of information about services all over the city. This is a not at all comprehensive list of everything that you can find on the 311 website. You can get links to all sorts of different social services, get updated vaccine guidance and location information. There's immigration guidance on here, know your rights information about health insurance, find your primary care physician. You can report building or neighborhood problems. Lots of people use 311 to alert the authorities to an issue that might be in their building or in their neighborhood, or they smell gas or something, or there's something that isn't repaired, or a car that's been sitting on their street for a year and a half, something like that. You can do that in this website as well. You can register to vote and find your polling place, check on trash, recycling, and compost schedules, all sorts of things. Basically, if you can think about it as either a city-related service or a social service, then you can probably find something that will address your concerns on here. So how do you get to the 311 website? You're going to go ahead and open your internet browser. So take a minute to find it. For a lot of people, it's going to be Chrome. So whatever you use to access the internet, I've got the big Chrome logo there if you need to see that. And you should see a window similar to the one on the right. And in that address bar at the top, you're going to type portal.311.nyc.gov. Again, that's portal.311.nyc.gov. And if you'd rather, you can search for 311 and it's the first website that'll come up. That's what I have here on the right. So put in 311 in the search bar and you'll get NYC 311. And that's the same website you'll get to by going here. So using one of those methods. So the first thing I want to talk about, I'm going to show you the homepage of NYC 311 and then talk about language access. The 311 website is available in a really wide variety of languages, which is very cool. So I'm going to show you how to access. First, let's look at the screen we're going to go to as we type in 311. And you're going to see up here these little characters. Click on them. And you'll see a bar that says select language. So as you can see, there's a huge number of languages on here. We're going to do simplified Chinese. And once you click on that, the website will be translated into the language of your choosing. Let me show you that one more time. That was the front page. I'm going to show you just what the front page looks like. Is like that. We'll look at that more closely, but it's got a big "How can we help you" bar. And zoom in right next to the NYC logo and click on that A and the character. You'll get this drop-down list to pick your language. And scroll down to whatever language it is you want. And the whole website will be translated for you. It's great in terms of accessibility. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can find the information that you need on the 311 website. I'm going to show you a couple of angles of approaching it. I think one of the most straightforward ones is that box that we saw that says, "How can we help you?" So that's a search bar where you can just put in whatever kind of services you're looking for, whether it's city services, social services. So we're going to practice that by putting mental health in this box. So we're just going to type in mental health, hit that search, the magnifying glass, and it'll take us to a list of mental health resources. One more time, that box, "How can we help you?" We're going to say mental health. And then we'll be taken to this mental health resource page, which we'll look at. And you can put anything in there. You could say parking tickets. You could say hot water issue. You could say just about anything that you'd be accessing the website for. And you will get a list of potential things that you're looking for. This is the screen that we just left off from. These are the resources it links you to. There's things about the city's community mental health plan, mental health services for older adults, mental health care for formerly incarcerated people. What we are going to look at is this 988 mental health support line. This is like the main line for accessing support if you're having a mental health crisis, or even if you're just stressed out or you need to talk to someone. This is a 24/7 line that you can text, call, or chat online with. And they can also get you connected to long-term therapy as well. Good resource to know about. So we're going to click on that, go back to this. So we're scrolling down until we find what we want, 988. I'm going to click on that. And it's going to take me to the 988 mental health support page. So you'll see it gives us the standardized thing of if you're having an emergency to call 911. It also gives you links to other things that might be related to mental health as well. And it gives you access to their phone number. You can text them, and they speak Spanish as well. So all of that information is here. And I think if you click on either English or Spanish here, you can just start chatting with them right from there. So pretty direct connection. So once you're searching for something, it can be hard to figure out how to get back to that main 311 page. So I just want to show you a shortcut for that, because you can get deep into the weeds on some of this stuff if you're looking for something really specific. So I just want to show you how to get back to that main screen. I'm going to scroll back up here. That was my mental health page. I'm going to click on menu, the 3 dots here, and just go back to NYC 311. And that gets me back to that home page. Let me show you that one more time. So wherever you are, scroll up to the top of the screen, click on menu, and select NYC 311. And then there's a couple buttons on the front page that take you directly to different ways of communicating with the city in 311. So this first one is a button where you can report problems. So you can make noise complaints or building maintenance complaints, the kinds of things you might call 311 for. So let me bring this back. Click on report problems, that first button there. And when you do that, you'll see this list. These are the top things that people are reporting. If it's not one of those things that you're trying to report, you want to click this that says all A to Z. And what that'll give you is basically everything that you could have an issue that you wanted to address with the city. So again, let me show you that. Report problems. Go down here. If that's not what you want, go to all A to Z and look up exactly what it is you want. And then that will give you this direct contact for where to appropriately make that complaint. Another thing you can do on here is look up service requests. If you've ever called 311 with a concern about something, you know that they give you the ticket number. This is actually a way that you can look up what the progress is on that ticket without having to call 311 back. So you can see this sort of in real time. So what you do is click on look up service requests. You can search for your service request using the number that they gave you. So that's at the top there, right here. So you just put in your 311 service request to see what the progress is. And then you can scroll down too and look up service requests in your area to see what other things are being worked on in your area as well. So you can look at your neighborhood at large. You can see if there have been complaints that match yours too. That's how you would search, and then it would show you on the map below. And then the last of those buttons is make payments. So this is a way that you can make online payments for any sort of things that you're being charged by the city for. So let's look at this. Go to make payments, and then you're going to scroll down to where you see the payment that you want to make. So bills and fees, you can pay nights for rent payments on here, parking tickets. This is just an easy way to access any of the city payment systems so that you can do this all online. So that's the third button on that homepage. We're moving on to what's on the front screen of the page, another way that you can use the 311 website on a regular basis. So if you scroll down on the homepage past where these buttons are, you'll see daily updated information about alternate side parking, about trash recycling, compost collections, about schools being opened or closed. This was from yesterday. So you'll see alternate side parking was suspended because of Lincoln's birthday. These are very much updated in real time. So if you need to check on whether a school's open, whether you need to move your car, whether your trash is going to get taken out, you can just scroll down on that screen and it will be up to date. If you keep going, you also see a feed of NYC 311's Facebook page. So that will have real-time updates as well. So that's a day-by-day way to check in on things, especially in the midst of stuff like winter weather. We know that stuff gets suspended for that. Schools get closed. It's good to be able to look in one place and see all that information. Then, if you keep scrolling down past that area on the home screen, you'll see these categories that are the most popular searches that people are doing recently. And that's helpful because if it's popular, it might be what you're looking for too. So they list those. So we see here, this again was from yesterday. We have Lincoln's birthday, we have snow, congestion pricing, winter in New York City. So if any of these are the things that you're looking for, that's just a convenient way to go directly to them. Just scrolling down so you can see what that looks like. And then keep going on that main screen. And at the bottom, what you'll see is service categories. So if you are not sure exactly how to word the thing that you're searching for, but it has something to do with health, or it has something to do with transportation or immigration, this is a way to access a broader category. You see here we have benefits and support, business and consumers. You can click on any of these and get a list of the things that fall under this category: culture and recreation, education. So lots of different categories to choose from. And sometimes it's helpful to just look at this and see what's available as well, because I was poking through it and saw a bunch of things that I didn't know about. So that can be helpful. That's the very bottom of that home screen. So those are a couple of ways to use the website itself. I wanted to let you know too that there's a 311 app. I wanted to show you the website today because it has more features to it in terms of accessing social services. I find the app to be a little bit limited, but if what you're trying to do is see something like those alternate side parking or trash collection information, and also just reporting a problem or seeing your service request, if that's the main thing that you're trying to do, the app can be helpful in that way. But as far as searching for social services, it's not really set up for that part of it. It's more about making service requests and seeing that daily information. But it's very cool if that's what it is you want to use it for. And I wanted to show you what the app looks like. This is me opening the app on my phone right there. So you see we have a stylized looking menu of what was on the website with parking, schools, collections. You can check on your service requests here. So again, you can put in that 311 ticket number and scroll down. They give you a couple of options that are just popular information that they want to highlight right now. And then you can press this plus button and make a request on there too. But like I said, there's not the same kind of search features for a broader range of social services. So feel free to check them both or either out based on what your needs are for using the 311 website or app. Run through this one more time. And again, updated daily. So the most recent information about city-related services.